Hello. Told you I was going to make this. Making it right now. I just saw you guys in class. It was lovely. As usual. So I'm going to talk to you for a minute about how to do this classification project. It's going to be very easy and it's going to hopefully look really cool at the end. So I'm going to try to walk you through step by step of what I want you to do and how to do it, and then kind of troubleshoot you from things I've noticed people having problems in the past. So I'm going to take you, again, like I did in class, to the wonderful world of Wikipedia. I know, a teacher is saying to use Wikipedia. Help! Call the police! FBI, open up! No! Is this about something on the internet? I didn't do it, I swear. Okay, anyway. So I just looked up lion. This is why I kind of asked you guys maybe not to use lion, because it's just a really easy example. So we're going to go through the taxonomic groups of this lion. The reason why I say Wikipedia is, oh my gosh, is it easy to find here, and they're pretty much correct. So remember we talked about Dear King Philip came over for good soup. Okay, well, what does that mean? That's how we're going to remember the classification, the taxonomic system in order. So domain is eukarya. So any creature that has a nucleus is going to be in there. So you're in that same group with like a fungus and a plant and like a tardigrade. So it's a very big group. So we're not going to include domain in this case because we don't need to. You can, but we don't need to. We're going to start with kingdom. Kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. Wait a minute, Miss Huff. You can't read because here it says suborder and subfamily. It sure does. Human beings like grouping things and classifying things and putting things in order. So the general, like, main branches of the taxonomic system are kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. Well, what about this garbage then? It's not garbage, but it's just the order broken down even more. You don't need to include those. We're not going to talk about them. We're not going to worry about them at this point in time. If you get really into like biology and classification and taxonomic grouping, then we can talk about them, but don't worry about them. If yours has suborder, supraorder, whatever, subfamily, anything like that, don't include them. Only include the main ones that we talked about in class. They're in your notes. If you have trouble, ask me. Okay. So we can see these different groups. In fact, what's really nice about Wikipedia is you can kind of click on these, like Felidae is the female. Hi, it's the feline family. So every cat in existence is in the family Felidae. And then there's lots of things in the genus Panthera, like tigers. Panthera tigris is a tiger. So we're going to take these main ones, we're going to transport them, and then we're going to type them in and get a picture. I'll show you how to do that. You might not have something as simple as a lion. So kind of like I showed you in class, I'm going to look something up really quick to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's say you chose a penguin as an example. Now there's many different forms of penguins. There's emperor penguins, king penguins, macaroni penguins, Adele penguins, apparently chin strap penguins. He does have a chin strap. That's neat. It looks like he's got little rosy cheeks too, like he's a little anime character or something. So if you look, this only goes down to family, and you're like, I'm supposed to go all the way down to species, but I don't see a species on here. Okay, well that's because we just looked up the general article for penguin. You have to be more specific about the penguin you want. So if you know you want emperor penguin, type in emperor penguin. If you know you want macaroni penguin, type in macaroni penguin. I picked a random one in class. I'm just going to go that same direction. So now I can see, oh, it means good little diver. How cute. These are penguins that are endemic to Australia and New Zealand. And then I just picked a random one. It's the little penguin. Isn't that cute? So here's a little penguin. And that's a specific species of penguin. So now you can see I have all the information about my little penguin. Okay, and its scientific name, I'm going to mess it up. Eudyptula minor? It's hard for me to say. Good little swimmer. Cute penguin. Okay, so what I'm going to do I'm going to pause my video. I'm going to type in the things that I need to type, and I can show you how to do that in a little bit, but I'm going to get it all set up. I'll do the little penguin because he's cute, and show you how I want it, and then we'll kind of go from there. So I'm just going to pause this. Hi, here's my recording software. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to write the stuff down, get it ready, and then show you how I want it. So now you know where to find the information, how to find this information. If you're like, it didn't go all the way down to species, you need to be more specific. There's many types of these different creatures, more than maybe you or I knew about. And then I'm going to show you what to do. So video editing secret, I'm just pausing the video, and then I'll come back and I'll tell you about it. Okay, we're back. No time has passed for you, but it has passed for me. So if you take a look here, I've added in the different names of this classification. Now, some of these I knew off the top of my head because I'm a nerd. And some of these I had to copy and paste because I'm like, that is a long word. But if you'll notice, it kind of messed up the formatting. So I'll just do a whole lot of this. Format, text. I want to get rid of the underline. I know I'm not good at this. It's Control U. And then we can change the color. There you go, text color. We want it to be all black. And then we want the text to be, we want it to be all the same. Maybe I'll just make it back to Arial. And then, oops, I want it to be all the same. Let's just call it 14. There. And then I don't want everything to be italicized. Okay, look at that. That's amazing. I don't like that my box didn't fit all the way, so I wanted to change that. All right, and then this was great. I didn't realize this. So when we talk about, when we talk about species, a lot of times we say the genus and species name together, even when we're just talking about the species. So the species name for this, let's go back to SpongeBob, is E minor. Yay, E minor! Yay, Squidward! Am I the only one that watches SpongeBob? I know I'm not. Okay, I know you do too. Okay, so I've written out the classification for my little penguin. So now I can insert image. So I can do this one of two ways. I can go here and search from the web, and I can search for little penguin. Oh, look, there it is. Oh, how cute. Oh. So I can do that and add them in. Or I can literally just go up to one of these tabs and do a Google search and find that. So there's my little penguin. Oh, how cute. Sweet. And then maybe I'll move my text box onto him. Oh. Send to the back. So I just right-clicked, order, send him to the back. Then if I want my little text box there, I can even do the background. There's a way that I can change the background color to, oh goodness gracious, I'd have to play around with it. But there's a way that I can change my background color on this to white to make it more visible if that's what I wanted. So now, what I'm going to need to do is take my creature, and I'm going to move it into the group one. So I'm going to somehow share this with all you guys so we can all work on the same one. I'm going to figure out how I want to do that. So we're going to put them all on here. Now, let me just try to do it this way. Edit, select all, and I'm going to do Control C, or I can do Edit, Copy. I'm going to take it to the group project one. Now you're going to notice something. Let me show you, and then if you don't understand, go back and watch this part. I'll show you the page setup. I made this huge. Okay, this is 110 inches by 110 inches. This is like 10 pieces of paper long and wide. Okay, so it's big. So when I paste this, I go edit, paste. It's tiny. Why is it so tiny, Miss Huff? Why did you do that? Because we're all going to put our creatures on here. This is going to be a giant phylogenetic tree. So all of ours need to be kind of small. So I'm going to put mine somewhere over here because I think that's, and then when you guys add yours, if you have a bird, birds can go over here. We have a bunch of mammals up here. Maybe there's some, I know Jonah is doing earthworm, and I think Diana said she wanted to do a cockroach, so maybe that can go down here or down here. Okay, so we're going to try to branch these off from each other. So this is the next step of what you're going to do. Okay, thing one, if you want, you can zoom in. So if you're like, I need to see mine, okay, you can zoom in even more. Okay, so if I really need to zoom in and see what was going on, or if I was like, yeah, I want to like make this a lot bigger, I can make my words bigger. But anyway, so I can zoom in, I can zoom out. I don't really want to, it's 4%. Oh my gosh, this is gigantic. So I don't want to have it so big, but let's just say some other person had a bird. Maybe they were doing a flamingo. So what I want to do, if their flamingo is up here, I'm going to make a line. And I'm going to, let's see, make a big line. And then maybe their bird is up here. So I would connect my line to theirs, to their bird. And so, yeah, I got my line weight. Okay, so let me zoom out a tiny bit more. I said zoom out a tiny bit more. Girl. Okay, so it's small, but maybe there's another bird up here. And so I can kind of see that they're connected together. All right, so eventually we're going to have all these lines kind of, they shouldn't be crisscrossing. They should look like one of those trees. They'll all be branching and connect to this central like point right here. So we'll show how they connect together. So that's going to be the tricky part. So like if someone has lion and they put their lion up here and you have tiger, your tiger should be probably branching right off next to them. You know why? Because they share the same genus. So the more of those taxonomic groups these creatures share in common, the more closely are related. So for example, like mine goes kingdom, phylum, class. I think class is 8 birds, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm not crazy. So my penguin would share up to the same class with a flamingo. So that's why they'd be closer together. But a tiger and a lion share the kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, and genus together. So that's why they'd be very, very close together on this board. So your job, and this is a little bit harder job, is when you put your creature down to look at the creatures around and figure out which one is mine closely related to. Yours isn't closely related at all. Put it on the side somewhere so that way it's a little kind of smaller and everything. In fact, knowing how many of us there are, there's going to be 24 pictures on here. I might even need to make it smaller. If you're working on this, and remember we're sharing the same document, and you need to like make someone's a little bit smaller, not invisible, a little bit smaller. If you need to move some of the lines around, you can do that. If you need to fit yours in, if you're like, well, mine is more closely related than this other one. I have a wolf and this person has a dog. That's way more closely related than the coyote and the dog. Then you can move those things around. Okay, so it's going to be like a puzzle that we're all putting together at the same time. So let's summarize what you're doing. You're going to check out Wikipedia and find your creature all the way down to species. Then you're going to go and you're going to make a little text box on a slide. You're going to write out all the classification for that creature like I did from kingdom to species. You'll find a little picture of that. Oh, cute. Maybe yours isn't cute. Maybe yours is tough looking. You're going to find a picture of that creature. Then you're going to select everything, select all, copy it, and paste it into our group one. But you're not just going to put it anywhere and just leave it. You're going to connect them all together into a big giant tree. I'm going to delete this line. I'm just going to kind of leave a line connecting mine because maybe yours is closely related. Maybe mine's kind of on its own. I don't know yet. So that's what we're going to do. I'll be around to help you. If you have questions and you're working on it and there's a bunch of like other pictures on here and you need to know where to move yours or how to move things, just ask and we'll work on it together. All right, so I hope that helps. I hope this will be an interesting activity to help us learn the classification system and kind of see how phylogenetic trees are built. All right, I will see you sometime soon. Okay, bye.